amazed by how many people use the micropantry. Depending on the location, some locations like Hammond, Indiana's, those are getting used over 24 times a day. I've actually come across people who didn't know it was me, and likewise I didn't know it was them using the micropantry. I actually had someone come to the pantry at about 3 in the morning, and they told me, they texted me and said, hey, I just got some green beans. And I was like, good night. February of 2021, I received my Pinnacle Award in Girl Scouts. So with that, I was able to go to the Girl Scout Gala, and we were able to raise about $500,000 in about half an hour for the Girl Scouts. I watched someone sign a $50,000 check next to me, and I almost had a heart attack.
I love that it shows compassion and she shows her heart for other people that she doesn't know. Makes the parent feel good.
This is my mom, Colleen.
Oh, thank you for having a wonderful daughter.
There was actually someone who totally forgot my name, and they just called me Girl in Lansing for a while, and it just kind of stuck, and people just kind of called me Girl in Lansing. I grew up in Lansing, Illinois, which is about 30 minutes from Chicago and only a couple miles from the Indiana border. When my brother was 8 years old, in 2014, he fell off his bike and he had a traumatic brain injury. My parents have always been very active in the community, so I was always being dragged around to all the volunteer endeavors. We started the toy drive, which is now raising $45,000, and we call it Helmets For Cody.
Fortunately, from the tragedy that came with my son's accident, it really did bring us together closer as a family, and the only way we did get through this was to rely on each other. And then those morals that were instilled in my children during that time, they just took that ball and they ran with it.
Helmets For Cody shaped me into a leader as I learned how to branch out and ask people for donations and ask people for support. I started building micropantries when I was a junior in high school. I knew a man who needed help getting diabetic medicine, and we wanted to make something more permanent, whether that was food or other necessities that they did have. And it kind of exploded, and now I have 10 micropantries. A micropantry is a 24-hour, non-judgmental donation center where people can pick up food or drop off food. A lot of the micropantries are right next to schools or right next to churches where some people feel shame. A lot of high schoolers might need the food and they should not feel that shame. I've had a couple families that have literally stopped and just kind of grabbed that food on their way home. I've had a couple families who have been homeless and have even stayed around the micropantry and had their food there. I've also been able to support families in hotels, families in the homeless crisis in Chicago. My parents have been the inspiration behind what I do. My dad means the absolute world to me. He has given countless hours. He comes to build micropantries with me every day after work when I need it, and he's never, ooh, you're trying to make me tear up and get a little choked up. My mom is my biggest cheerleader, and she always keeps my head straight and reminds me of little tasks that I forget that I didn't need to know. Girl in Lansing means the world to me. It just has opened so many relationships and morals and beliefs that I've had as a person. I've been able to help so many people, and likewise they have taught me more than life can describe. If I had to tell young people, I would just tell them to just start somewhere. I think there's so many outlooks and so many opportunities that you can get involved. You just have to open your eyes and just find them and start somewhere. On to the next one.